spicy in 2025. You got beef, ladies and gentlemen. Beef. Jim Jones had a lot to say. He had a lot to say. He was on a recent podcast and he was asked about, obviously, the Dipset, Cameron, Mace, and Jim, being Jim, unfiltered, transparent, gave his version of the background, the internal beef, from the beginnings, the humble beginnings, what he's doing now. It is what it is, bro. You mentioned Cam. Kind of meant, to me, it seemed like Jim is just, I don't know. He harbors, I'm not going to say jealous. I'm not going to say that. I think he harbors some type of slight animosity towards, as far as how ultimately the Dipset kind of went, awry, or kind of that steam, that train kind of slowed up. Right now it's stuck in the station in Harlem. It's been there for a while. There's been rumors of a reunion. They had the verses with the Locks. They got smashed. They just didn't have it together. The Locks obviously was prepared. And being though, they didn't have, I think Diplomats, they didn't have, normally, it was wild. It was just, anyway, we all know what happened. But Jim, he just expressed his feelings, man. I can't get mad if a dude just want to talk about, if you're going to ask him a question, expect everything, he's going to empty the clip on some things. He's going to say things that people are going to kind of cringe about, but, he went through it. He been through that. He can talk about it. Does he harbor any resentment? Absolutely he does. But he seems to be in good spirits. He's moving on. He's bossed up. Kind of thought that he was, kind of seemed like he was saying Cam basically wanted him in a certain, keep him in, kind of boxed in a little bit. Didn't want him to reach certain, heights like Cam was, but Cam was just a star. Mace was a star. Jewel had the makings of a star. And I don't know, Dipset just got sidetracked. Obviously, Jim had Balling, smash single. He had that wave. So I think he was just kind of in a reflective mode, trying to give his introspective thoughts on where it went wrong, some things internally. But when you have brothers, everybody's not going to be on the same page all the time. In Jim's case, he was, he felt like he deserved to be on that level, to be on that tier, to be respected, for what he brought to the game. And I'm not going to be mad at him because he thinks that, you know what I'm saying? So, he talked about, Cam and Mace, their show, it is what it is. He did wish him well. He wished him success, which I thought was honorable. Talked about 50 Cent. Cam had 50 Cent on there, and they were talking about certain things with Jim Jones and, Jim coming on stage with 50 Cent at the time when, they were supposed to be, when Cam and 50 was going through their little drama musically. And Jim and Jewels, they got on the stage with 50. So he broke that down. He was like, look, man, I got Balling out. Why not? 50 is the hottest rapper out. That G-Unit was doing it. They was moving numbers. And so why wouldn't I not take that opportunity? I just think that one right there, I say, oh, that one, that's the one. That's the one they're going to clip. And they're going to say Jim's hating or he's an opportunist. Let me tell you something, folks. Everybody getting in the music business is an opportunist. There's sharks out there, bro. Dog eat dog world. That's how it is. Dog eat dog world. There's no friends in this industry. There's partnerships and mergers. There's alignments. There's politicking. They don't care about, anything other than their advancement. Now, if we can advance together and get on, hey, that's fine. But I'm still gonna have my team out there. I'm still gonna do my thing. So I think people get taken aback when people bring those situations where they start talking about their own personal admirations and you know what I'm saying, their little runway to get on top, to take off. I can't blame Jim for that. Cam was rolling, bro. Cam had Old Boy, Dipset was rolling. The Diplomats was rolling at that time. They had a movement. New York City was different. And unfortunately, like any other group, there's internal beef. There's situations. People feel a certain way. People feel like they should be up front. They should be spotlighted more. You know what I'm saying? So, when you're in groups, you're working with budgets, you're working with this. There's only so much studio time. There's only so much money that you have to be mindful of before you blow that budget. And so, it is what it is. But now, after that, of course, the biggest troll, King Troll 50, dropped some on his Twitter account or X about Jimmy being individual number one in reference to some black and white paperwork or some type of transmissions. What do you call them? What do you call those things? Those some type of statement, verbal audio statements, and it was written out. And Jim was all this whole 6ix9ine situation, which was another thing. And Jim was on there obviously saying something about super violating 6ix9ine after everything went down with Treyway and everything. And 50 put it out there. There was always rumors. There was always this. There was always that. Do we know for sure Jim's an informant or anything like that? The streets say something. Other people say something else. It's not for me to figure out. I just know how. If Jim was my man and I saw that paperwork, even though he was talking to another member in this obvious these wiretaps, now on the street side of it, I can see the concern. I can see where people would just go automatically say nah, but I don't know, man. I can't call it, but I know what I would do. If that was my man, Jim, I was like, yo, son, we got to have a conversation. What is this? Everybody's getting arrested but you. And you the main one pushing, you calling plays. You know what I'm saying? So I can see that. Some people just absolutely think Jimmy's a rat. There's nothing he can say or that's just how people are. That's just how the mentality is. It's volatile. You see something like that, you see Jim's names attached to it or individual one or whoever. I don't know if it's individual one or whatever, but when people see you on that black and white, they see you on that paperwork, they just automatically have a mindset, and it's almost like a self-defense mode. You know what I mean? Close ranks. But Jim's able to move around. How he's able to move around after, talking greasy on those audio tapes about violating someone, and everybody on there get it. Obviously everybody that's in that Treyway situation, they got some calendars. They got a lot of calendars thrown at them. They serving mad time. I would look at them sideways, but I probably would still need some more convincing. You know what I mean? Because the simple fact is, I think if you're a member And I'm seeing everybody else getting arrested. And like I said, you call them plays like that. And I'm seeing the people that's all involved in that situation, Treyway. And they getting these obviously 6ix9ine being a major rat. I think that's gonna bring up people are gonna definitely red flags. People are gonna look at you like, all right. But it is what it is, man. But 50 knows how to divide and conquer. He's an expert in that. 50 just doing what 50 do. Hey, you mentioned 50 name, I'm pretty sure Cam and Mace gonna have something to say about it. So stay tuned. But Jimmy, man, I wouldn't be surprised. But hey, it's the game. Charge it to the game. Peace.